You just spent 2 hours and 41 minutes writing that function. Your colleague, same company, same team, similar experience, finished an equivalent task in 1 hour and 11 minutes. That is not a small gap. That is a 90-minute difference on a single task, multiplied across a full week of development work. And the reason is not that they are a better developer than you. The reason is that they are using AI coding tools and you are not. This video is going to close that gap, starting right now. Welcome to Technova Magazine AI. Today I am breaking down the best AI coding tools in 2026, the ones that are producing real, measurable results, and exactly what each one does that makes developers write code 3 times faster. I am also going to tell you something most coverage of these tools skips over, and it is important. Stay until the end. Let us start with the landscape. 84% of developers now use or plan to use AI coding tools, up from 76% just 2 years ago. 51% use them daily. 46% of all code written in 2026 is AI generated. And the AI coding tools market hit $7.37 billion in 2025, with projections to reach $26 billion by 2030. 90% of Fortune 100 companies have deployed GitHub Copilot. This is not an emerging trend. This is now standard developer infrastructure, and the developers not using it are ceding a real productivity advantage to every colleague and competitor who is. Tool number 1, and the one with the most data behind it, is GitHub Copilot. The numbers are almost uncomfortable to look at if you are not using it. In a controlled study of 4,800 developers, task completion time dropped from 2 hours and 41 minutes to 1 hour and 11 minutes. That is 55% faster on individual tasks. Pull request cycle time fell from 9.6 days to 2.4 days, a 75% improvement. Successful builds increased 84%. GitHub Copilot generates 46% of all code for active users, nearly half, and developers retain 88% of accepted suggestions in final submissions. That last number is critical. It means the suggestions are production ready, not just starting points. The tool writes 46% of your code, and 88% of what it writes, you keep. Tool number 2 is Cursor, and if you have not heard of it yet, you need to pay attention. Cursor reached $2 billion in annual recurring revenue by February 2026, making it one of the fastest growing developer tools in history. Its market share stands at 18% of the paid AI coding tools market. What makes Cursor different from Copilot is the interaction model. Cursor is an AI native code editor, not a plugin. The AI has complete context of your entire codebase, not just the file you have open. You can describe what you want in natural language, refactor this entire module to use the new API, and Cursor makes the change across multiple files simultaneously. For developers working on complex, interconnected codebases, this whole project context is a capability GitHub Copilot's plugin model cannot match. Tool number 3 is Amazon Q Developer, the AI coding assistant built specifically for teams working in AWS environments. If your stack includes Lambda, DynamoDB, S3, ECS, or any other AWS service, Amazon Q Developer understands that infrastructure natively. It generates code that integrates correctly with your existing AWS architecture, catches IAM permission issues before deployment, and handles infrastructure as code generation for CloudFormation and CDK. For AWS-heavy teams, this specificity alone saves hours of documentation hunting and configuration errors per week. Tool number 4 is Codeium, and this one matters for a specific reason. It is free. Completely free, with no usage limits for individual developers. The free tier covers IDE integration, autocomplete, and chat functionality across all major editors. For independent developers, open source contributors, and teams that cannot justify a paid subscription for every developer, Codeium delivers meaningful productivity gains at zero cost. It does not match Copilot's raw capability, but for a free tool, its code completion quality is genuinely impressive, and for junior developers and students, it is the clearest entry point into AI-assisted development. Tool number 5 is Tabnine. Where Tabnine differentiates itself is privacy and enterprise security. Unlike cloud-based AI coding tools that send your code to external servers for processing, Tabnine can run entirely on-premise. Your code never leaves your environment. For companies in regulated industries, healthcare, finance, defense, legal, this is not a preference. It is a compliance requirement. Tabnine also trains on your team's specific codebase over time, learning your patterns, your conventions, and your architectural preferences. The suggestions it makes for your code look like your code, not generic patterns pulled from open source repositories. Now let me give you the data on what these tools actually deliver at scale. Developers save between 15 and 25 hours per month, the equivalent of $2,000 to $5,000 in annual developer time value per person. Teams using AI coding tools report 30 to 60% time savings on coding, testing, and documentation. Large enterprises see a 33 to 36% reduction in code-related development time. Developers are 53.2% more likely to pass all unit tests when using Copilot. AI-assisted code contains 13.6% fewer errors per line. Code reviews are 15% faster. And 95% of Copilot users report enjoying coding more, which matters more than most productivity tools acknowledge, because developer satisfaction directly impacts retention and output quality. Weekly productivity gains calculated across a team of 10 developers, at the conservative end of the research data, translate to roughly 200 developer hours reclaimed per month. That is the equivalent of adding more than a full-time developer to your team, without the headcount. Now here is the honest part I promised at the beginning. The trust data in 2026 is important and most coverage ignores it. Only 29% of developers trust AI coding outputs to be accurate, down from 40% in 2024. 46% of developers actively distrust AI accuracy. AI-generated code has been found to have higher rates of security vulnerabilities when not reviewed properly. And research from Metra found that experienced developers were 19% slower when using AI tools, despite feeling 20% faster, suggesting that the time saved on generation can be partially consumed by review. These are not reasons to avoid AI coding tools. They are reasons to use them correctly. The team seeing the strongest results treat AI output as a first draft, generated fast, reviewed carefully, refined by the developer who owns the outcome. That combination, AI speed plus human judgment, is where the real gains live. The full written guide to every tool in this video, including setup guides, pricing breakdowns, and which tool fits which type of developer, is in the description box below. Tap down there now, bookmark it, and share it with your team. If this gave you a clearer picture of where AI-assisted development is going in 2026, follow Technova Magazine AI. We publish practical AI guides every week. See you in the next one.